What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel again, and welcome to another tactical replication video. This time it's again Jose Mourinho. It's of course his legendary Real Madrid side that won La Liga with a record breaking 121 goals, which is still an unbroken record till to this day. So, yeah, we're going to be diving straight into that. And let's go straight to team management and let's see. Now then, traditionally, Jose Mourinho, when he arrived at Real Madrid, he had a very good pool of players. So he had, of course, Cristiano there. He had Gonzalo Higuain, Di Maria, Marcelo. You know those guys, right? So the tactical preset, yeah, it's custom. The formation, this one is actually a tricky one because he used 4-2-3-1. But if you look at the 4-2-3-1 wide, which he used actually, it's saying that it's two CDMs. But in FC25's context, the 4-2-3-1 actually doesn't allow you to play a box to box midfielder. All right. In case, as you are seeing on the screen right now, as you can see, Valverde, he cannot play as a box to box midfielder. So, in order to adapt the Jose Mourinho or 11-12 title winning season, you can use actually the 4-3-3 attack variation. It's the same thing but with two center midfielders, not defensive midfielders. So that's the formation. And yeah, and sometimes what he did was when there was a very tough game, he used to play a three-man midfield without a cam. But traditionally or generally speaking, he 90% of the time he used the 4-2-3-1. As you can see on the screen, the 4-3-3 attack variation, it's actually the 4-2-3-1 but with center mids, not CDMs. So that's that. And another thing is the 4-2-3-1, you could use that if you are playing FC24, as it allows you to move players, but in this case in FC25 you can't do that actually. So I have picked the 4-3-3 attack variation. So that's that. And as it's a Jose Mourinho side, of course, it was built to counter. And let me give you guys a fun fact actually. Back in those days, Barcelona were dominating, and Florentino Perez brought Jose Mourinho in to stop them actually. And Jose Mourinho, being Jose Mourinho, the special one, he actually built the team to counter. He played anti-Pep football, so that's that. That's the Jose style actually. So the build-up style, yeah, it's of course a Mourinho side, so it's built to counter. And if you watch, if you are born after the 2000s, you might not know Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid. But if you don't know Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid, then go and watch some highlights. Uh, some people say that this team was actually pretty defensive, but as I said, they scored 121 goals, which is still an unbroken record to this day. So that's that. That's some context. And the defensive approach, yeah, you can set it to balanced. Uh, in the case of FC25, you can set it to high or you can set it to 70, depending on the players you have at your disposal. But if you want to have the proper Jose Mourinho one, you can set it to 60 or balanced, because they are playing counter-attacking fast transition football. Uh, if a certain team won a corner against Real Madrid, then you are 7 times out of 10, you are sure that the opposition would concede a goal. three passes, and Real Madrid are on the front foot again. So that's that. And yeah, so I have kept it to 60 balanced. You can keep it to 70, or you can maybe push a bit higher depending on the players you have on your disposal. So that's that. And now let's look at the player roles. So Thibaut Courtois is in goal right now. Back then, it was, of course, the legend himself, Iker Casillas. He was a traditional shortstopper with. He was not like a sweeper keeper back then. I think only Manuel Neuer was a sweeper keeper. So there's that. You can keep the goalkeeper on goalkeeper and balanced. So that's fine. And the two defenders, Sergio Ramos and Pepe back then. Sergio Ramos was the ball playing defender actually. So Eder Militao, I think he has a ball playing defender plus. So yeah, keep him on defend. Don't keep him on build up. It will actually push him out of position. So that's that. And Rudiger on the other side, yeah, keep him on balanced and on defender. As for Pepe's case actually. So that's that. And on the right side, he had Alvaro Arbeloa, if I'm not mistaken. He was more of a traditional fullback, and by traditional fullback, I mean that he didn't go up and down the pitch that much. He's majority of the cases he stayed back and shielded the defense. All right, so they are not susceptible to brutally fast counterattacks. So that's that. And on the other side of the pitch, you had, of course, Marcelo, who was more of an attacking wingback. So keep him on balanced, and yeah, that's that. Or if you are playing, I'm playing on the Anthony James's gameplay mode, and of course, Fifer. If you are playing on the vanilla version or without mods like a PS5 or an Xbox 360, then you can get the left-sided fullback on wingback on balanced. It's fine. Both of them will work. But if you are playing the vanilla game, it's better to actually put a wingback, not a attacking wingback, because they will not track back that easily. And I put Fran Garcia there for a reason, because Farlan Mendy, he doesn't have that much space like Fran Garcia has. And Fran Garcia, he's short. And Marcelo, he was also short, and Fran Garcia has a lot of pace actually. So did Marcelo, and this guy, he also has a pretty good crossing ability. So that's that. As the back four, that's done. All right, or the back five if you count Thibaut Courtois or Iker Casillas, that's that. And as for the midfield too, you had, of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Xabi Alonso on one side, and another underrated midfielder back then, Sami Khedira, of course, German. He was a box to box, so yeah, it's box to box unbalanced. And Xabi Alonso back then, he was a deep lying playmaker with a sole focus on defense. All right. By the way, guys, in the vanilla game, you might not find the deep lying playmaker on a center mid. You might or might not. I'm not actually sure because I play on the Anthony James's gameplay mode, and there is an option that enables the center mids to be a deep lying playmaker or a holding or a half winger, if you know what I mean. So that's that. Disclaimer, guys, I don't know if that's available in the vanilla game. If it is, use it. If it doesn't, then go to the 4231. All right. So that's that. And if you are playing a 4231 wide variation, then put one on deep lying playmaker with a build up, and the other one as a holding and defend. If you are playing the 4231 wide. And if you don't have that option in the vanilla game to put your center mids as a deep lying playmaker or a holding half winger, that sort of stuff in the FCIQ. So in Xabi Alonso's case, as I was saying, Aurelian Chouameni, yeah, he has a deep lying playmaker plus he could ping the balls. The sole job of Xavi Alonso back then, he would ping the ball up to the wingers. Cristiano, of course, on one side. I'm gonna talk about them in a bit. He would ping the ball. He was a regista actually, and by regista, the deep lying playmaker, it's actually called a regista. So that's that. He stays back to defend, to shield the back line, and of course, when the deep line playmaker has to be good technically on the ball, and somebody like Javi Alonso, who is a great passer of the ball, so is Tony Cruz, and of course you had Andrea Pirlo, who was the deep line playmaker back in the early days, and their sole purpose was to shield the defense and put long balls to the front three or front four, if you consider the playmaker. All right. So Chouameni, yeah, put him on a deep lying playmaker and defend because he has to do the long balls and he also has to stay back. And on the other side, Sami Khedira, he was an out and out box to box midfielder, pushing up and down the pitch when needed. So there's that. And back then, he had, of course, Mesut Ozil. He was the traditional number 10. So playmaker on balance. I put Luka Modric there because he's short and has a low center of gravity. There's that you can play Brahim there as well. There's also Arda Güler, but yeah, I put the veteran. Why not? So you can put the focus on balanced or roaming. Uh, I'm saying roaming because of another scenario. Sometimes what would happen is Cristiano would cut inside and Ozil would then fill up the gaps on the left hand side. If I can translate that correctly, okay? So you can put it on roaming, but as it's a video game, keep him on balanced. It's fine. Alright? But if you're playing the vanilla game, you can put him on roaming, but then he will be out of position. And that's that. And Mesut Ozil back then, he also came back to defend, to help with the defense. So that's that. And as for Cristiano, yeah, inside forward balanced. No questions asked. That's that. Nothing to say about that one anymore. And on the other side of the pitch, you had, of course, Angel Di Maria. He was an out and out winger. Although he's left footed playing on the right hand side, you can put him as an inside forward, although Rodrigo has an inside forward plus plus. But if you want to play like Angel Di Maria, then yeah, you can play Rodrigo as a traditional winger on the focus of balanced. And as Arbeloa back then, he didn't go up the pitch that much. Angel Di Maria had to do the sole job to push and hug the touchline to play the other guys in. So it's better you put him as a winger, the right sided winger as a winger with a focus on balanced. So that's that. And as for the center forwards or the striker, you had Benzema, of course, and Gonzalo Higuain, both sharing striking duties back then. I think both of them scored, one of them scored 21 and one of them scored 22 goals with 7 or 9 assists between. I think one scored one. Gonzalo Higuain, yeah, I think he got 9 assists and Benzema got 7 or the other way around, I can't remember. But yeah, that's that. And Gonzalo Higuain and Benzema, they were playing more like an advanced forward or false nine because the majority of the goals were coming from Cristiano actually, and the assist was coming from Mesut Ozil. I think he had 28 assists in all competitions in that season, and Cristiano had 55 goals. So yeah, that's insane numbers. So that's that. So Mbappe, you can either play him as a false nine or an advanced forward. I think in the context of FC, it's better to put Mbappe advance forward with the focus of support so that he could move wide, he could come deep, that sort of stuff. All right. So, yeah, that's actually Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid side. And Danny Carvajal, yeah, you can play him as a wing back. He has a plus plus, but as it was Alvaro Arbeloa back then, he was a traditional fullback like a West Brown who stayed back. So the shape with the ball looks like this. So as you can see, Chouameni is staying back. Valverde is up, going above Chouameni. Modric is playing behind Mbappe. Vinicius is cutting inside, and Rodrigo is staying wide. And Fran Garcia, he's pushing up the pitch. And yeah, Rudiger and Militao and Thibaut Courtois and Chouameni, they're shielding the back four so that, and of course, Carvajal, so that there is no sudden or brutal counterattacks. So that's that. So yeah, now to give you guys an example, there is Mbappe. You can play Endrick as well, or if you want, you can play even Jude Bellingham maybe. Yeah, but he's tall, so he's not gonna fit. But if you play Endrick, then it's better to give him as a false nine because he's short. So that's that. But let's keep Mbappe. Mbappe is not that tall, so that's fine. I think he's on the same height. Yeah, he's 6 foot, so he's on the same height as Gonzalo Higuain and Karim Benzema. So that's that. So yeah, so that's the Jose Mourinho Real Madrid 2011 2012 title winning season. Let's go to this match against Barcelona. Why not? It's at the Santiago Bernabeu. Team management, let's see. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna play the first half like I always do. So let's see what happens. Yeah, 6 p.m. kickoff. So we kick the game off. Modric, Valverde there. Fran Garcia, nice pass. Uh, okay, the ball didn't go through. I'm playing on gameplay modes and that sort of stuff. So yeah, the vanilla version it may differ. So it's Lamine. He's a danger man. I'm playing with also player-based difficulty on. So yeah, as you can see, Fran Garcia he has a decent amount of pace. Okay, got absolutely cooked out there. Pass it back. That's Danny Olmo. Fran Garcia, yeah, those are the kind of passes that they used to play from the back when they won the ball back. So Lewandowski there. I think that's Rafinha, yeah. Danny Olmo. Nice interception. Chouameni. Okay, the ball didn't go through, but as you can see that the team was fast-paced counter-attacking football. It's peak counter-attacking football. If you don't know about Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid, go and watch highlights of this particular season. Yeah, the Cristiano Kama celebration, it came from that season. So that's Carvajal. Nice pass. And as you can see, we're on the front foot straight away. Rodrigo, okay, that's a foul. Yep. Chouameni is on the free kick. Who is our best free kick taker? It's Luka Modric actually. Who has the okay? It's Valverde, of course. Long range free kick, no questions asked. Uh, let's put a bunch of power on this one. See what happens. Whoa, that was a pretty decent effort. Not gonna lie. But as you can see, that as soon as we win the ball, we are on our bikes. So that's what actually happened in real life. They're playing on the back foot most of the time. They didn't have that much possession, but as soon as they won the ball back, they were on their bikes. There's Lewandowski. I picked Barcelona for a reason because uh, it was there were a lot of things going on actually in that era. That era of El Clasico is the best era. So that's that. I think that was offside. Yep. That era of El Clasico, it's man, that was something else. So there's Fran Garcia there. As you can see, Vinicius is okay. We got tackled, but as you can see, Vinicius was cutting inside. Lamine there. That era of El Clasico, actually, there were a lot of red cards, tackles flying around, everything off the pitch, on the pitch. Yes, as Vinicius, yeah, pass it to. Okay, the pass didn't go through. There was a miscommunication there, but yeah. But I can say that you can clearly see the style of play that we are doing. So here's Chouameni, Rodrigo there. Yeah, sometimes Di Maria what actually do is would pass it back. So Modric, Conman have a shot. That's a decent effort, by the way, not gonna lie. And bear in mind, he also had Kaka back then. So that's that. Rodrigo on the corner. Let's take it short. I think we can't take it short anymore. Okay. Somebody. Okay, that's saved. Okay, that's not saved actually. That's out. And that era of El Clasico, as I was talking about, it was hostile back then. Off the pitch, on the press conferences, everywhere. And Jose Mourinho was on the peak of his powers back then. There's Lamine, so we win the ball back. We go straight on the counter. Vinicius got tackled. Barcelona back then under Pep, yeah, they played the tiki taka, but they don't play like that anymore under Hansi Flick. So yeah, it might not translate uh, the tiki taka version back then to FC now because they're playing a style of okay. I think there's a corner. Yep. So there's Rafinha on the corner. I think that's half time. So yeah. So as you can see, we're going straight on the counter attacks when we win the ball back. So that's that. So that was actually Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid side. So let's rewind a bit and see. So the tactical preset, yeah, it's custom. You can play a 4-2-3-1 wide if you want, but it's better if you play the 4-3-3 attack because it allows you to play a box-to-box midfielder. So that's that. And the build-up style, of course, is set to counter defensive approach. You can give it to balanced, or if you're very confident, you can get it to high or aggressive. But as it's Jose Mourinho, if you want to replicate his exact one, keep it to balanced, no problems. Vinicius, yeah, inside forward plus plus, no problems. Of course, replicating Cristiano there. Angel Di Maria, yeah, winger, and Higuain or Benzema back then, they were. You can play them as advanced forwards or false nines. Either one will work, no problems. But if you have a tall striker like a Patrick Schick or Erasmus Hoyland, Shidobi Martin, that's then you can play them as a poacher, but that's not what happened back then. So yeah, you can put Mbappe as an adverse forward or a false nine. Either one will work. And in the case of Mesut Ozil, if depending on the players you have at your disposal, yeah, keep them as playmaker as unbalanced. And one of your center mids, as I mentioned, disclaimer, I don't know if it's available in the vanilla game that you can play your center mids as a deep lying playmaker with a deep lying playmaker or a holding or a half winger like a CDM does. These roles, the deep lying playmaker, holding, and half winger. These are not the roles of a CM in the game in FC25. These are the roles of a CDM. So that's that. So I don't know if it's available in the vanilla game, but if it is available in the vanilla game, then put deep lying playmaker with a focus on defend on one CM or center mid in the case of Javi Alonso's case, and put the other one, Sami Khedira, as a box to box. And Marcelo's case, in the vanilla game, yeah, you can put him as a wing back or an attacking wing back, but you will be susceptible to counter attacks. So it's better to put him on the left full back, one wing back on balanced. And on the other side of the pitch, you have Carvajal. If you want to play a proactive approach of the football, then you can get him on a wing back. But in the case of Alvaro Arbeloa, it was actually he was more of a defensive-minded traditional fullback. So he was a fullback unbalanced. So he stays back. So there's that. The two defenders, yeah, I mentioned Sergio Ramos and Pepe. Sergio Ramos was actually a number 10 playing as a defender. So that's that. And yeah, ball playing defender with a focus on defend. So he's that, so that he's not out of position. And on the other side, you had Pepe, no nonsense defender, unbalanced, and the legend himself and Thibaut Courtois, sorry, Iker Casillas, goalkeeper, unbalanced. So that's that. That's what the shape looks like with the ball. And yeah, there's Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid 2011-2012 title winning season. And there's that. So to conclude one thing, let me give you guys another disclaimer actually. If you are bad at defending, then you can put both, then go for the 4-2-3-1 wide. All right, play two DMs and put one of them on holding and put one of them as a deep lying playmaker on defend. The shape looks like this. And put both of your defenders on defender and balanced, and put one on ball playing defender with a defend, and put one fullback as a fullback on balanced, and on the other side, on the left side, Marcelo's side, put him as a wing back on balanced. On Vinicius, inside forward, Rodrigo, winger with balanced, Modric playmaker or Ozil playmaker balanced, and Gonzalo Higuain and Karim Benzema, you can put them on Kylian Mbappe, you can put them on advanced forward or a false nine. But I think the advanced forward works well actually. So that's what the shape looks like with the ball when you are playing a 4-2-3-1 wide. Valverde has a holding class, so no problems with that one. But if you are bad at defending, then go get the 4-2-3-1. But as you can see, the 4-2-3-1, it's based around right midfielders and left midfielders, not wingers. So proceed with caution. And that's why I picked the 4-3-3 attack variation. This one. Because it allows you to actually put your players in the correct positions. Alright. Just like this. Fran Garcia as a wingback, Thibaut Courtois as a goalkeeper on balance. So yeah, that's that. That's what the shape looks like with the 4-3-3 attack variation. So that's that. So that was Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid 2011-2012 title winning campaign. I think they won it with 100 points if I remember correctly. They scored 121 goals as I said earlier, and it's still an unbroken record to this day. So yeah, that's that. And it's this era of El Clasicos in particular, man, they were something else. If you are there, you know what I mean. If you are not there, you missed it. People think nowadays that El Clasico is a very big thing. I know it's a big thing, but In it's Jose Mourinho versus Pep Guardiola. It's tiki taka versus counter attack, and it's of course Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Hostile atmosphere both at the Camp Nou and at the Santiago Bernabeu. I think they had boisterous noise and ultra star back then, which was the ultra blocks of Real Madrid and Barca. So yeah, every match, every El Clasico. I think if I remember correctly, in the 11-12 season, they had 7 El Clasicos in 1 month. So there's that. Yeah, many sleepless nights back then, as I live in Southeast Asia. So there's that. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and yeah, I really enjoyed watching this side on TV, and I wanted to show you guys how you can replicate this exact tactic on FC25. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. And let me show you one other thing, last but not least. If you are seeing that Vinicius is, when Fran Garcia is on the ball, if you are seeing Vinicius is cutting very inside, then you can actually switch up his role to a wide playmaker. Alright? Then what will happen is he will have the option to go wide, then cut inside, not cut inside early like an inside forward. Alright? You can play him as a wide playmaker. As you can see, a creative outlet position out wide, but able to move inside. So you have the option to go out wide to the corner flag, then pull it back, cut inside, and get a shot in. Cristiano, he did just that. He was an inside forward, don't get me wrong, but in the context of FC25, the 4-3 attack, if you see that Vinicius is cutting inside way more than he should be, then put him as a wide playmaker. All right, then it will enable him. If you pass the ball to him, then if you don't pass the ball to him, then he will stay out wide to receive the ball. Then you can either cut inside or go wide, go to the corner flag, come back, have a shot. So that's that. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We're on the road to 100 subs, so please subscribe to the channel, like the videos. If you like any of the videos, please put a like in. Helps with the algorithm, of course, as you guys know. And yeah, that's that. And my analytics, they say that now it was 90%, but now it's 80%, 85% of the people that watch my videos, they are not subscribed. So please subscribe to the channel. It's a new channel. We are currently on 72 subs, and we passed the 140 watch hour mark. So we are doing fine. It's going steadily, but yeah. The people who watch the channel who didn't subscribe, please, I heartily request you to subscribe to the channel. And if you like any of the videos, please put a like in. It helps with the algorithm. And yeah, that's that. So thank you guys for watching. Keep your friends safe, keep your family safe, keep yourself safe, last but not least. And I'll see you on the next one. And there is a road to glory save coming up. So watch out for that one. It's a German fallen giant, and no, it's not Hamburg. So that's that. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers and goodbye.